Fecal transplants are becoming more and more popular in the bowel disease community, but you may not have heard that they're often a waste of money. Back in 2012, there was a woman who was dying from her 7th round of antibiotic-resistant C. diff, which can kill you, and she did a homemade fecal transplant by putting her husband's stool in a kitchen blender, and she was symptom-free in just 4 hours. Now, for severe recurrent C. diff, fecal microbiota transplants, which we'll call FMT like this, they work over 90% of the time. But for everyone else, successes are much, much rarer, which means that people are spending tens of thousands of dollars on these FMTs that don't work. On this channel, I teach you about your gut health using the best stories throughout history, and in this video, I'm going to show you what you need to know about FMTs. And I'll tell you about how a woman named Catherine Duff accidentally pioneered what became an FDA-approved treatment. Then I'm going to walk you through what FMT actually does, why it works so well for C. diff but fails for almost everyone else. We'll talk about why homemade FMTs have actually killed people, because there's caution there, and the one principle that determines whether an FMT works or whether you're basically just lighting $30,000 on fire every time you get one. So if you have C. diff, IBS, Crohn's, colitis, or you've been told that FMT might fix your gut, this video is a must watch. And also, you can get my free Gut 911 guide that pairs with everything in this video to give you fast relief no matter the gut condition, and you can grab that below in the description. So without further ado, if we haven't met yet, my name is Josh Deck. I'm a gut disease specialist and researcher with over 10 years of experience, and I've helped hundreds of people reverse their bowel diseases, and this is what you need to know about FMT. In 2005, after surgery for severe diverticulitis, Catherine Duff got her first Clostridium difficile infection. Now, C. diff is a vicious gut bacteria. It actually takes over when antibiotics wipe out the good bacteria that normally keep it in check. Now, the CDC estimates that it causes nearly 500,000 infections in the US every single year, and when she got C. diff again, doctors gave Catherine more antibiotics. The C. diff cleared, and then it came back, round after round after round, and by April 2012, she had been through 7 rounds of antibiotics, and her doctors told her there was just nothing left to try. So she went online and she found a treatment that wasn't legal in any US hospital yet. A fecal microbiota transplant, these FMTs. So her husband John, he was a retired submarine commander, agreed to be the donor. So they watched an instructional video. They mixed his stool with sterile saline in a kitchen blender. Sterile saline and poop, I know it doesn't make sense, but it's important. They put it in an enema bottle, then ran the whole setup for less than $50. Within 4 hours, Catherine felt normal and the C. diff was gone for the first time in 7 years. So she went on to found the Fecal Transplant Foundation in 2014 to push for legal access. And 8 years later, in 2022, the FDA finally approved the first commercial FMT product called Rebiota for recurrent C. diff infections. Now in 2023, they approved the first oral version called Voust, meaning what Catherine did in her kitchen is now a standard medicine or a standard procedure across the board. Now here's why it works so well specifically for C. diff. A 2013 study published in the New England Journal of Medicine was actually this landmark trial. They infused donor stool through a tube into the small intestine of patients with recurring C. diff. And the cure rate from a single FMT, one treatment, was over 90% compared to about 30% with antibiotics. Now the trial actually stopped early because the FMTs were so much better that it was actually unethical to keep giving trial participants antibiotics instead of the FMT. And so it works because the donor's healthy microbiome outcompetes the C. diff, and that restores bacterial diversity and rebuilds that protective mucus layer. And then this bacteria keeps the C. diff out. Now today, FMT is delivered in 3 main ways. Through a colonoscopy that flushes the colon, and it puts the donor stool directly inside. They also do it through an enema, which is what Catherine did at home, or through oral capsules, if you will, that are coated to release in the lower gut. Now, Rebiota is the enema form. Voust is the capsule form. And both are actually FDA approved for recurrent C. diff infection specifically. Now, outside of recurrent C. diff, where many people are looking, FMT is still considered investigational, which is why private clinics will charge tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket and insurance won't touch it. Even though research is showing remarkable benefits for many conditions like cancer, autism, and even Parkinson's, just to begin with. But what most people don't get told is that FMT for anything else but C. diff doesn't work nearly as well. And there's a reason for that. A 2013 meta-analysis published in Scientific Reports actually looked at FMT for ulcerative colitis across multiple different trials. And they were randomized trials. Now, clinical remission rates ran from 22% after a single FMT, rising to about 55% after multiple rounds. Now, it was better than placebo, but a long way from the 90% success we got in C. diff. And whether or not it lasts is a whole other conversation entirely. For Crohn's, a recent multi-center randomized trial showed that FMT alone failed to induce remission entirely. And in private clinics, people with IBS or general gut issues, they're paying anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000 for an FMT series and walking away with minor improvements or nothing at all. And so the question we have to ask is, why does it work for C. diff and why does it fail for everything else? It really comes down to one word: terrain. Now, if you think about this, you only get sick for 3 reasons. It's toxins, microbes, and deficiencies. Now, FMT addresses the microbes but does nothing for toxins or deficiencies. Now, if your gut is sick or inflamed because of mold in your home, glyphosate in your food, heavy metals, parasites, there's chronic stress or stress hormones, nutrient deficiencies, maybe you're on a farm drinking well water with industrial waste and runoff of pesticides, right? These are big problems, and swapping in new bacteria doesn't fix any of those big drivers. The new bacteria walk into the same toxic terrain that broke the old ones, and they end up dying, or they get crowded out by the same opportunistic, we call them the bad guys, or those bad strains, and they take over in the first place. And so you're back to square one, and now you're just out 30 grand. So imagine you take a beautiful plant, right, this beautiful garden, and you put it into poisoned soil. It doesn't matter how perfect the seedlings are if the soil is literally toxic. And so this is just a quick reminder for you that there's a lot we can do for terrain. You can grab that free guide, my Gut 911 guide for the protocol and what to actually do first. The link's in the description. It's great for nearly every gut condition, and that is free to download. Now, Catherine's FMT for her C. diff worked so well because it was acute and it was triggered by a known recent event, which was antibiotics after surgery. And her underlying terrain was relatively intact aside from the missing bacteria and the antibiotics that killed it. And so once the C. diff was pushed out by her husband's gut bacteria, her gut actually had what it needed to hold that line and really keep her defended. Now, for someone with years of mold exposure in their home, heavy metal accumulation from old fillings or contaminated water, maybe there's unaddressed parasite load, chronic stress-driven inflammation, any number of things that are toxic to your body, and FMT alone is unlikely to do the same job no matter how many rounds you decide to pay for. And I must say, do not attempt, absolutely under no circumstances, attempt a DIY fecal transplant. Frankly, Catherine got extremely lucky. Donors have to be screened for HIV, hepatitis, drug-resistant bacteria, parasites, autoimmune markers, mental health conditions, all these things that can travel via the microbiome. And there are metabolic risk factors that the average person can't test for. And there have been documented deaths from FMT using inadequately screened donors, including a US case in 2019 where 2 immunocompromised patients received a stool sample that contained drug-resistant E. coli, and one of them actually died. Now, the FDA, because of this, put a temporary hold on FMT trials after that. And even the healthiest looking friend can carry something dangerous that you cannot see. So if you have recurrent C. diff and you qualify, ask your doctor about Rebiota or Voust, and do not run a blender at home. It can be fatal. And this is why FMT, in my opinion, is a last resort recommendation, at least in my practice, because before anyone even considers FMT, the protocol always starts by fixing the terrain. That's going to come down to your toxins, microbes, and deficiencies. So you can identify what's been disrupted with a comprehensive stool test like a gut zoomer from Vibrant Wellness or a mycotoxin panel of molds on the table, and you can also look at a nutrient assessment. Then you address the toxins, you repopulate with the right probiotics as best you can, like the 4 I covered in my last video, and you can add fermented foods and prebiotic fiber if tolerated, and replace the deficiencies your gut needs to actually rebuild. Now, most of the time, when you do the work first, all of these terrain management, FMT does become unnecessary because the right bacteria can actually hold without needing to be transplanted. And the C. diff or the chronic flare or the dysbiosis, whatever it is, resolves on its own. And in rare cases where FMT is actually needed, after you do this work, it sticks because the terrain it's walking into is no longer hostile to the new bacteria coming in. And now you know. And if you want the step-by-step protocol for fixing your terrain before considering FMT, make sure to grab my free Gut 911 guide in the description below. And for more videos like this, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday-ish, I do my best, make sure to subscribe. And if you prefer to listen on the go, I have 2 podcasts for you. The first is Reversible, and I keep hitting my desk, so I apologize for that. Reversible is all things health, and reversing Crohn's and colitis naturally is for those of you with bowel disease who need something more specific.